You ever been caught up with the crowd and you're just getting like moved along with everyone else? Then you realize, you know what? I don't want to go in this direction. I am going to go against the grain. I'm going to go against the crowd and I'm going to go in this way. That's what today's video is all about, gentlemen. I've got 10 unconventional style rules. Now, I put out a lot of information about men's style. Sometimes I contradict myself. In today's list, I'm going to really go against some of the things I've said in the past. I'm going to explain why and how this can work for you. Tip number 1, make style mistakes. I know I have said, oh, avoid this, don't do that. I've put out tons of lists on rules. And here I am telling you to go make style mistakes. Well, the thing is, make them in a way that works for you. Because if you're not falling down, if you're not making mistakes, then you're not trying enough. You're not throwing enough out there. You are not finding what's going to work for you. I know a lot of guys just starting off follow my videos, but if you've been out there trying stuff, you may find, you know, Antonio says, don't wear this color much or this type of clothing isn't going to work for most men. I'm not most men. Maybe you're a streetwear guy. Maybe you are an urban dandy. I don't know, but whatever it may be, don't be afraid to go out there and bust through and make some mistakes. Unconventional style tip number 2. Don't take your clothing to a tailor. I know, I always say, know the name of your tailor, take everything to get it adjusted, but you don't have to follow this rule. You could get custom clothing. Then everything is made to fit you. You could find a particular brand that works for your body type because when you put this stuff on, wow, this fits perfectly. You may have to pay a bit more, but you won't have to pay the tailor tax. You may have to spend more time looking, but whenever you can basically find a brand that works for you, then you go out there, you buy multiples, you go to their website, you find everything that you can't find in the store, you get it delivered. Guys, that is a way to avoid going to the tailor. So this whole video is about going against the grain. It's about being original. So, hey, Original Grain, you see what I did there? They are the paid sponsor of today's video, guys. This watch company, you've heard me talk about them before. I love them because these guys are trailblazers. In 2013, two brothers came together. They said, you know, we can't find the watches we're looking for. We want it so that we can take in wood, mix it with metal, have something that's classic, something that's beautiful. Look at these various collections. Look at the Chrono. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the Barrel collection, one of my favorite collections. Look at the Classic. Look at the Minimalist. Check out the Brewmaster. Hey guys, what do you think about these Major League Baseball Reclaim series? I just love this. Every piece of wood is different. Therefore, every watch is different. This is some, I don't know, it seems pretty obvious, but it just dawned on me the other day when I had somebody point it out to me. Now, in the description, I've got a great discount code. Go use it. Isn't always going to be there. In addition, guys, let me know in the comments, what is your favorite watch? From what collection? Be specific. When they send me extra watches, I love to send them your way. And I want to thank you guys for supporting my great sponsors. And with that, let's get to the next point. Unconventional style tip number 3, wear white or black whenever you want. So you're going to hear these style rules out there. Don't wear white after Labor Day or don't wear black with a suit. When it comes down to it, if you've got a particular color that you know looks good on you and that you love to wear, it may not be the right season for it. It may be something that goes against what a lot of people are saying, but wear it anyway. Now, black suits, I get it because black should really be preserved for formal wear, for black tie, but very few people are wearing this nowadays. So I get it. If you've got a black suit that you had custom made, that you just love the fit of, and it works for your color, your complexion, then go for it. You've got that white pair of pants and everyone says, wow, they grab too much attention, but you feel great wearing those, go for it. Unconventional style rule number 4, wear long sleeve shirts and trousers in the summer. So everyone's going to say, no, you got to wear shorts and short sleeve shirts because it's hot. Well, you don't really understand how heat works. Heat is a transfer of energy. Energy for the earth comes from the sun. It comes from these rays that are hitting us. Understand that you can wear long sleeve clothing, which is going to protect your body from those heat waves. You can wear long sleeves, you can wear long trousers, and you can still be cool. How can you do this? Well, you make sure that there is circulation. You make sure that they're made from a material that's going to be breathable, that's going to wick away moisture, because in any case, if you're wearing shorts, you're wearing short sleeves, you're still going to be hot, especially in sunny weather. And I think that a man can can look really set himself out from the crowd at a summer event when he's wearing a pair of tropical weight trousers, maybe a really nice pair of khakis that fit him well and that are breathable and that are made for the heat, made from a lighter weight material, or he's got a longer sleeve shirt made from cotton, made from a material that is going to be very breathable, maybe one of those, space type materials. I've talked about them before in other videos. The point is you don't have to wear short sleeves. You don't have to wear shorts just because it's hot outside. Unconventional style tip number 5, wear a short sleeve polo with a jacket. So a lot of times guys think that they can only wear long sleeve shirts with a jacket. It makes sense because you want to show a little bit of cuff, and formally most of the short sleeve shirts that men have don't even have a collar, but a polo kind of bridges that divide. And I think in hot weather, or even if a man simply knows how to pull it off, he can do it. I have done this at events. I think it looks great. And when you've got the jacket buttoned up, a lot of people won't even be able to tell that it doesn't go down all the way. It may, most people won't even pick up on it. And those that do, well, it's just not going to be a big deal if you can wear it with confidence and if it's not an event that there's actually a dress code. At the end of the day, you're simply showing respect. You're wearing a jacket. You're looking good. You're feeling confident. Now, with the polo, make sure that it's made from the right type of fabric. You don't want to go with a cheap polo that's made from basically a cheap cotton that's going to lose its color. It's going to lose basically the drape of the fabric. So preferably something that's made from a higher end material that's going to have a very nice drape. It's going to have a nice feel to it, can be washed a few times, and isn't going to lose the shape of the collar. All that goes into making sure that polo is still going to work actually with the jacket. Unconventional style tip number 6, use disposable razors. Use electric razors, use cartridge razors. Now guys, I love straight razors and the safety razors. They've been coming back. I mean, I really do love this, but it is something, if cartridge razors, when you travel, work better for you, then go for it. If disposable razors, if you find a place for them in your wardrobe and you just like them better than a straight razor or a safety razor, because those have their issues as well, then go for it. Or maybe it's going to be basically the electric razor. Despite what everyone says, oh, it doesn't give me as good of a shave, or you should just go with a safety razor. Guys, if the electric razor works for you, then go for it. Next up, mix informal with formal clothing. I know, and I'm not talking about top hats and shorts. What I'm talking about here is actually dress shoes with jeans. Maybe a vest that's made to go with a 3-piece suit. Wear it with a casual button down. Or, like I said, wearing actually a casual shirt with a jacket, such as maybe a denim shirt with that nice jacket. Now, what we're looking to do here is go for a contrast. And this is going to be something that goes back to point 1. You're going to have to experiment. Now, if you wear a pair of black dress shoes with a light pair of jeans, that combination probably isn't going to work. But a dark indigo pair of jeans with, let's say, oxblood monk straps, I think that can be a great combination. Unconventional style tip number 8, have a uniform. Have a particular go-to outfit and stick with it. Now, the great thing about this is that you're controlling the message and you don't have to think about it. And very powerful men from various industries, whether it be Wall Street or whether it be Silicon Valley, have go-to uniforms that allow them to send the message they want to send. And believe me, these are, even though a lot of people say Mark Zuckerberg, he doesn't think about it. Well, he does. He actually has his go-to uniform. But, you look over in Wall Street, there are particular guys that have 15 of the same suits with 20 of the same dress shirts. And that's just simply their uniform, their go-to look. Maybe they change up the ties here or there. But the point is, when you have something that sends the message you want to send and it's a controlled image, it allows you to basically spend your time and spend your energy focused elsewhere. So these next two I'm going to wrap together. Always dress for yourself and always be the best dressed man in the room. So first off, dress for yourself. I always talk about dressing for the occasion, dressing to send the message you want to send. But don't forget to take a step back and say, you know what? What do I feel good in? What do I feel comfortable in? A lot of people say, oh, t-shirt and jeans, that's my, that's what I feel good in. Well, not really. You're following a fashion trend. You haven't looked around. You haven't tried on other pieces of clothing that have a much more luxurious feel. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you feel better about yourself. I don't know what your uniform is, what your outfit is, but dress for yourself. Then don't be afraid to be the best dressed man in the room every single time. A lot of people say, oh, don't outdress your boss, or look at the company culture. Well, don't be afraid sometimes to push that boundaries. I don't want to get you fired here, but I am saying that don't be afraid to, hey, this is who I am. This is what I represent. This is how I like to dress and represent myself in the world. And you could work in a call center and you could be the best dressed man in that entire call center. Here's the thing, is that your work always needs to back up the way, if you're going to stand out, if you're going to be the guy that stands in front and leads, understand that everything else has to fall in. So you need to perform at a high level. But if you can do that, people they just know who you are. Oh yeah, he always dresses like that. He always looks good. And by the way, he is the best at what he does. Because when, everything I've talked about here, about going against the crowd, is you finding your own path, you being a trailblazer. So hopefully you can take these rules, you can find a way to make them work for you. And let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think? Did you find anything useful? Anything that you agree with or disagree with me on? And go check out Original Grain. Guys, I've talked about this company before. Let me know the particular watch, the particular style that you want in the comments down below. I've got a few extras. Would love to send them your way. But guys, really appreciate you being part of the audience here at Real Men to Real Style. I thank you. I'll see you in the next video.